for homemade bacon? I mean, who's not grateful for homemade bacon? Hey guys, welcome back to Ashley's Homestead Adventures. And I'm so glad that you came and stopped by my channel. We are a small micro farm in north central Arkansas, and today I've got a weedy whacker in my hand, and I just got in from the garden and an entire day outside working, and it's time for evening chores, and so I'm just going to take you along for some of the evening chores. But it's an absolutely beautiful day out here today, and like I said, I'm in a mode of overwhelming gratefulness. And you know, it's interesting because I watch a lot of other homesteady YouTube channels, and there's like these three stages, you know. There's survival, and then there's success, and then there's abundance. And what's interesting about those three tiers, so to speak, is that everybody's story is different, and everybody's outlook of those three things is different. You know, for some, survival may be financial. For some, survival may be mental. It may be physical. Who knows? But I feel very much right now like I'm going through a stage in my life of abundance. So, I'm sorry I'm a wreck as far as my hair's not pretty, my makeup's pretty much worn off from the day of working outside all day. But I just wanted to take you along in evening chores and share with you why I feel this lifestyle provides the opportunity to be abundant in so many different ways, and all of the ways that I'm going to talk about today have nothing to do with money. Check these little dudes out. There was only one flower yesterday, and now there's 6. Isn't that amazing? So beautiful. These are my first blooms on this farm. So in this life, we worry and we stress and we work our heinies off for our animals. We buck bales and we carry grain sacks and we pack bedding, and we stay up all night long when they're having babies, or if they're sick. And we don't go on vacation very often, if at all, because it's hard to leave the farm. And a lot of people will look at this life and they don't understand it. They don't get why we do what we do. And the whole reason why we do what we do is in our personal experience, I can only speak for us, but we grow our own food. And I would much rather consume an animal that has been loved every day of its life than one that has not. And for some time now, we have been growing this new farm in Arkansas. We moved here from Oregon. We bought this place, it was a year in December, and we went back and forth from Oregon to here for a whole year almost, and then I just got here full time in October. And I only brought 3 female sheep, my horse, my dogs, and a barn cat. So when I got here, it was time to hit the ground running and start growing this farm, i.e. chicks. And a ram. This is King. He's our Dorper ram. And Billie Jean and Forrest and Bronco. All purchased as bottle babies. Forrest, our little red calf, is still on the bottle. Billie Jean and Bronco are a month weaned. And I'm just so grateful for them. Billie Jean will probably become a breeder. Bronco will probably end up in freezer camp. Forrest will probably end up getting sold. Somebody who wants to consume him later on. But it's all abundance, and it's farm abundance. But it's all abundance. I'm finally starting to get the feeling of that I'm farming my food again. Finally. I'm finally starting to feel like I'm making progress on this beautiful farm. We just got our chicks out in their new chicken coop today. That's our heavy mix from McMurray. I'll turn this fence off and get these sheep in before they break down the fence trying to get to me. But, you know, when people talk about abundance, it doesn't have to be nice cars and fancy houses and all the money you could want and extravagant vacations. To me, this is what abundance looks like, you guys. This is my farm. My farm in the spring. Greening up. My sheep girls looking healthy. Calling at me for their dinner. My beautiful horse that made it here all the way from Oregon. She's an old lady. She's 26 years old. But I've had her for 22 of those years. All those jugs there are my winter sowing. There's cauliflower, there's flowers in there growing already. Little seedlings. I'm trying, girls. I'm one-handed here. Bringing the people along. All right, look out. Okay, come this way. Come this way. You gotta come this way. You gotta come this way. There you go. There we go. Now we're cooking with peanut oil. Come on, girls. You guys gonna go to the barn by yourselves? Okay. Look out, Days. Here they come. All right, Mommy will take a shortcut. The fence is off. Come on. Come on, girls. Don't run me over. I can't feed you if you injure me. Hey. I'm coming. I'm coming. All the way down to the end, please. Thank you. I'm coming, Reese's. Don't worry. I'm coming. Okay. That's it. I'm so grateful they made the trip. And I'm so grateful that they're able to be out on pasture here in February. And I'm grateful that I found them a handsome boyfriend, even if they're not convinced that they like him yet. All right, let's go get Velvet. So for those of you who do not know, this is Miss Velvet. She was once a barrel horse, back when her and I both were a lot younger. What are you barn cats doing? Watch out, Days. She's coming in. Oh no, I gotta get your grain. What are you doing? Busted. You trying to get that cookie? Here, let me help you. There you go. Oh. And also, for my new people, we have 5 dogs. I am a dog groomer by occupation and very much a dog person. And get Velvet her grain here. There you go, sweetie. And let's check on the chicks and see how they're doing. This is the completed new chicken coop. It is on wheels, and so the wheels, they're on a contraption that I can put them down, which lifts the coop up so that I can pull the tractor with the chicken tractor with my little tractor, my John Deere tractor, and they can go out to pasture. But for right now, they're just on this concrete slab. They just came out today. And as you can see, I stained it once, and then I had a mishap with the stain. I did not mix it correctly, and so when I went to go staining again that afternoon, it came out darker, and so the black top part, that's intentional, but the dark red and the light red, that's not intentional. And I ran out of stain. I went through an entire gallon of stain on this chicken tractor, and that's all it's getting. It is what it is, and I'm okay with it. I'm so thankful to have it, and I'm gonna be so thankful to have these guys out on the pasture. Hi guys. Chip, chip, chip. Hi, chip, 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 chickies. Hi guys. Hi. like a rooster. I'm still kind of trying to figure out who's a rooster, who's a hen. Troublemakers, not troublemakers. Yeah. But they're doing good out here, and I'm just so incredibly thankful and grateful again. This, for some reason, you know, chickens are the gateway to homesteading. If you want to get into homesteading or farming, growing your own food, chickens is the best animal to start with. And I have a whole video on chicken math and talking about chickens. But for me, it was interesting. I had to buy eggs for the first time in umpteen years throughout this transition. And it was so weird and kind of unnerving to not have the food production from the eggs. You know, I mean, it was one of those things that was always guaranteed that we'd always have eggs. So now these guys are 6 weeks old, and we'll have to wait until probably July they'll start laying. Usually it's 6-7 months ish, depending on the breed, sometimes longer. But it's just today it was like, okay, I'm a farm again. I have chickens. They are all really having a great time out here. Ooh, that looks like a rooster fight. I don't like seeing that. Ooh. 2 rooster fights at the same time. Wow. Oh boy. You guys are silly. We will pick probably only 1 rooster out of this group. We'll let him grow up and probably next spring decide who's going to be this flock's main man. Unless we have somebody that, you know, causes some serious trouble or gets ornery. We have no tolerance for meanness here. But these guys will get to grow up and figure out who they are and get a fair chance at being the head honcho of this coop. And then we have the other batch in the feed room still. They go out next week, and they'll probably for now go out with this group. I can tell them apart. I know what they are. They're cuckoo Morans, and I got them from a local lady that breeds specifically for the dark olive eggers, and I may separate them out and continue on with the dark olive eggers and the Easter eggers. But for now, they'll probably all go together. But this is my farm. Basically, that's it for chores, you guys. Everybody's in and snuggled in tight for the night. They have their grain and their food and their fresh water. The dogs are all out playing around, and I'm enjoying this beautiful sunset behind me. But I just wanted to share my gratitude, and also wanted to share my gratitude forward to you. I am so grateful. I'm so grateful for all your comments and for your input, your subscribes. My channel's growing. It gives me a huge humbled sense of confidence that people like my crazy quirky self, and that people believe in me, and they're excited to see what I can do with this little tiny 5-acre farm, and that they're pulling up a chair into my life and into my barn and my home in my garden and sharing this adventure with me, all of these adventures, and enjoying it. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to have a place that I can go and I can express my feelings and I can share all these things that I'm doing that most people, I either lose them in the conversation or they look at me cross-eyed like, what is this lady talking about? And it's cool to go somewhere and have people that at least watch it, at least you're entertained by it. And I hope that you can pull away little bits and pieces of inspiration and feeling of gratitude, and also just knowing that, you know, farm fails happen and farm successes are so worth the fails. And the journey is the journey, and the lifestyle of this life, in my opinion, there's just nothing better. So thank you guys for coming along on my farm. I started a new project today that you can look forward to. I started the blackberry, blueberry bed out in the garden and got my market garden kind of mapped out. So we've got some planting in our future. Weather's warming up. It was 72 again today. So of course we'll always still have our animal chores, but spring is coming. The bulbs are poking their little heads out of the ground and looking up at us, letting us know that spring is here, and our gardeners' hearts can start planting the seeds and watching them grow. Thank you guys. I hope you had a beautiful day. Yours truly.